So welcome, Ron and Will Butler, to Equitable Bank. Appreciate you coming today. Would you say that over the course of life of this business that you've been able to change people's lives in any way?
Yes.
All right.
Look, the one thing that mortgage brokers bring to consumers with the assistance of companies like yours is choice. Choice is the really compelling argument for mortgage brokerage. It has always been, and it always will be. And in a country that really doesn't do a lot of good things for consumers, we're not as consumer protection oriented as some other countries in the world. We have less competition amongst major companies than a lot of countries in the world. So to be able to provide choice to a potential homeowner or a potential borrower of a mortgage, it's very meaningful for the Canadian society because you just wouldn't want to have to depend on limited choices. So yeah, it's meaningful.
Marketing is incredibly important. You had a learning curve. What did that learning curve look like? Was it like, hey, just start with an ad and then sort of progress from there? Or was there a moment where it crystallized for you, wow, this is our lane and this is the best way for us to position our business?
Like a lot of things in small business, it's trial and error. We started with something that doesn't even exist anymore called the classified ad. You start small and then you develop and you try things. It's good to be somebody who's willing to try things that are new. And then weirdly, about 4 years ago, by sheer accident, we stumbled into social media and we've grown that aspect of our business.
So what does your crystal ball tell you about just the mortgage broker industry as a whole?
It's grown in spite of itself. If we're honest about it, we have to give a lot of the credit to the lenders, to mortgage finance companies. We used to call them monolines. I don't like that anymore, but in terms of the companies that are just in the mortgage business, it has helped the Canadian public. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's typically lower rates. It's more different product lines, better for people in general. Particularly in your situation at Equitable Bank, you bring innovation both to the mortgage space and also innovation on the deposit side. The truth is that we desperately need more competition in the banking sector. It's so different in other countries in the world. Don't get me wrong, some of the English-speaking companies are very restrictive. Australia only has a handful of banks, and Britain is not as competitive as it should be. But in other countries, particularly in the most competitive country in the United States, there's a lot of choice in banking. And that is not true here. And hats off to people like EQ Bank who are trying to bring better services, faster services, more innovative services, and better products to Canadians. Because let's face it, without competition, nothing improves in business. That's just the truth.